Hello everybody. Take 5,762. I'm cleaning my office right now and I don't have a good option for setting up the camera. So, but it is going to be what it is, but okay, we're good. We're good. So anyway, as I was cleaning my office, I realized that it's been a while since I have said anything to anybody out here in YouTube land about illustrating and or creativity, and I thought that I should. The second reason for this is because I found this sitting on my desk. And it's been here for a while, but it was tucked away, and I don't know if your desk looks like mine. We're not even going to show you mine because it's that bad. But anyway, this happened to hold this, which is the proof copy for Boo. And I remembered that I have a couple of people in the comment section saying it would be really nice to see the finished book. So here is, pardon the little crease, it happened in the mail. Here's the proof copy for Boo. I did upload through Amazon. The book is available on Amazon under, I think you can just search Brittany Cassidy, or you might be able to search Scott Cassidy. I gave him author credit. That's my husband. So anyway, it is available on Amazon now. And there are a couple of reasons that I choose Amazon. The first one is because I am an itty bitty little author. I mean, tiny, tiny, tiny budget. And although I write under a couple of other pen names along with doing the children's books under my own name, my budget is very small. Amazon offers the free option for uploading and for distribution. And that's pretty much the only way I can do it right now. I'm not bad-mouthing Amazon, but if I had, in my dreams, this is not probably how I would go about doing it. Anyway, until this book, I had no problems uploading and getting everything formatted and laid out and, running how it should for the finished product. This book kicked my behind in layout. I mean, just absolutely trounced me. I ended up having to rescan everything. I ended up having to reformat the file multiple times. And I finally ended up having to do a border around the illustrations in order to make everything fit and line up. Now, the interesting thing about the border is that border does not exist on the far edge of a number of pages. Why? Don't know. I don't know. I'm sure that this whole situation is operator error. Again, I'm not bad-mouthing Amazon. I just cannot find what I did incorrectly with the file, with the scans, with the layout, with anything. Everything was embedded. Everything was as it should be. I had a lot of shifting where, let's just take this one, where if I uploaded this, it would upload the top edge of the illustration here, and I would have a big white space, and then I'd have to move everything up. I'd have, I had one time where I, got everything and it's all lining up right, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm going through the PDF that you can check, the checker, and I've got a blank page. I don't know why I have a blank page. I have a blank page though, which I could not get rid of until I redid the entire file. I don't know why. I don't know what went wrong. However, all of that aside, I am not the least bit unhappy with the book. My husband loves it. The kids like it. Everybody who has seen it says that it's adorable. So, you know, who am I to complain except for, well, I'm the artist and I'm the person who did the book layout. And trust me, pardon, dust, cleaning. Oh my goodness. I'm not redoing this video again. Artist, book layout person. Artist and book layout person. As that person, I am agitated that I could not solve this problem and have things turn out how I wanted them to be in my head. How I pictured it in my head and how it came out in the book are different. And I can't find the reason why, and it kind of drives me buggy. So, if you are working on a children's book and you are looking to upload to Amazon or anywhere else, it does not matter. I'm not, like I said, I am not picking on Amazon here. I am saying if you are looking to put a book out there through anywhere and you are doing your own layout, there is the possibility that you may have to get to a point where you can convince yourself that the things that agitate you about what you see in the finished product are not a problem. Now, if you're doing client work, if this had been for a client and they had absolutely not wanted the border, I mean, it even had to go onto the front. If they absolutely did not want the border, I would have figured something else out. But I was 2 weeks into this, working on it just about every day. The cats were not impressed with the language coming out of my mouth at that computer and were completely avoiding me. And I figured, you know, it's just going to have to be what it's going to have to be. And I'm going to have to learn to be happy with it. So there may come that point with your project if it is just for you. And if it is not just for you, if it is client work, your cats might avoid you a little bit longer until you figure it out. Eventually, I may redo this book in order to get it how I want it, because this really does kind of just grate on my nerves more than I like. So anyway, like I said, I had not until this book had a problem with the layout on a picture book that I have done through Amazon. I hope that you don't. I truly hope that you don't, because nobody should have to be agitated. Everything is agitating enough. You don't need this too. But if you do, take a breath, drink some chamomile tea, and talk yourself into being okay. Because, again, creativity shouldn't hurt you. And layout is part of that creativity if you are handling it yourself. If not, hire someone. Hire somebody to do the layout. That's fine. I mean, not gonna lie, I do book layout all the time. As a matter of fact, I have client work coming up next month for a book layout that I am absolutely sure will go just fine. I considered hiring somebody for this one after it started driving me absolutely crazy. So, you know, if you get to that point, find somebody to handle it for you. If you want, pay them some money. I understand budget. Oh gosh, I understand budget. But if it is that important to you, you know, weigh it out. Perfect, can live with, expensive, you do it yourself. You know, these are the things that you have to weigh out. What is the most important part to you? In this case, I'm living with this. So anyway, at least for now. So anyway, one thing that you should know about a proof copy, and you absolutely want to order a proof copy, a physical proof copy. Even though the PDF copy that you see on the screen to check through should be just like the physical book, there is always that chance it's not. And you also need to know what it's like to hold your book. Order a proof copy. They aren't that expensive on Amazon. You know, I think I paid $8 for this. Your proof copy will come with a not for resale, I know it's backwards, I'm sorry, with a not for resale banner across both the front and the back. Now, it used to also say it on the last page, but this one does not. I don't know why. But this does give you, you know, where it was made, when it, can you, and is it gonna, I don't know if it's gonna, where it's made, when it was made, all that, and it has barcode. And, but you want to know how it feels and how it physically looks as you hold it. Again, I am not unhappy with how this book turned out. I am not perfectly happy with how this book turned out, but I am not unhappy with it. So, you know, that's something that you need to know. We're going to flip through really quick, and I'm going to tell you about some of the upload problems that I did have so that you know to look for them. All right, here is front page. One of the biggest problems that I had during layout and upload, not just layout, but layout and upload, because again, I don't know what happened. I do not know what happened. This illustration kept bumping down. It was supposed to be embedded. Everything was supposed to be embedded. So anyway, it kept bumping down so that the top of the illustration was here. This line also kept bumping down, so the top of the illustration was here. So I kept having to move that. But we got it in place. That's all that matters. Okay, now here is the, remember I said front matter? There's my ISBN and my copyright page. I got the ISBN free from Amazon. They do have where you can purchase ISBNs. Again, my budget at this point just does not support that. So we went the free version. My little disclaimers and all of that are there. Here's my dedication page. And my husband, who I credited as author, has his dedication in there as well. Again, pardon the fact that this is all backwards, but, you know, I need to see myself on video and know that I look funny and all that. I don't know why. I don't know why. So anyway, here is how it goes. Again, I am not thrilled that border, 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 no border. Don't know why. Do not know why. Drives me crazy. But I am happy with how the colors turned out. I am happy with how things lined up. As you can see, I got everything to line up pretty well. I found it interesting to work with the chalk pastels and the water wash. I'm not unhappy with it. Again, it was a new thing for me. Usually I work in either all watercolors or I work in colored pencils. This is chalk pastel with a water wash and colored pencil for detail. And then I ended up doing a little bit of digital correction here and there throughout the book as well when I scanned them. And I'll try to show you where a couple of those are. I'm not unhappy with it. I think it gives it a lot of texture. It was a new thing for me, and I'll use it where I think it fits, and I'll use something else where I don't. But I am pretty happy with how the colors came through from my illustration to print. The reds are a bit red, but they were solid reds anyway, so that's good. Now, this, I did a little bit of digital touch up on his face because for some reason he looked like he had been in a fight and his eye was just something. I mean, I don't know why. On the scan, it wasn't so bad on the illustration, but the scan, whoo-wee. So, again, oh, this is where, yeah. So if you can tell here, that little blue border starts to show up on the far page. All of the illustrations were the same size. Why? Why? I don't know. I have no idea. Everything was laid out the same way. But somehow or other, probably because of trim, maybe, when they printed the book, I don't know. It just did not. Some pages have it, some pages do not. But I did have a lot of fun doing this book. And I do think that it is a positive ghost story for young readers because, and I'm not going to show you the last page, just so you know, I'm not showing you the last page. But because it does end up being a very brave boy trying to solve this mystery, and the ending turns out very positive. And I cannot show you the last page, but I can show you that I have the About the Author page, and that is me and my husband a few years ago, you know, when we were all spiffy and young, and I wanted to make sure that he got credit for this story because this is the story that he used to always tell our boys at bedtime, and they would always throw a massive fit because they knew that it was 13 words long. So, but anyway, it was a fun book to do. I'm very happy with how the cover turned out and how most of everything else turned out. The parts that I'm not particularly pleased with, I can live with until I decide to re-upload, reformat, or, you know, find a different option for printing and distribution. Now, one of the things that I do want to go over is the distribution thing. There are a lot of great printers out there. I mean, really, really printing places that do a phenomenal job, but they do not handle distribution. So if you are going to go with a different print option for your book, know that distribution is how you sell things for the most part. Like around here, I don't keep books on hand because I have cats, and and which I'd show you. Let me wake her up and show you. This is one of them. This is the Thumb Thumb. Say hi, Thumb Thumb. Because she has many, many toes. She's a polydactyl. Anyway, and now she's mad at me. I have cats and we heat with wood stove. If I keep books on hand, and I live in a log house with not a whole lot of storage, so if I keep books on hand, I get cat hair in them and they end up absorbing the smell of the wood smoke. And when I'm trying to sell them as new books, you know, sometimes these things bother people either through allergies or just because they don't want a new book to smell like old wood smoke. I can't blame them. So I don't keep a lot on hand unless I have an event coming up. And the past couple of years, as we all know, has not been spectacular for events. So when I order books for events, they will not have that banner on that says not for resale. That is only for the proof. Until then, distribution is all online, and Amazon has been the easiest place that I have found to handle distribution. Most people here use Amazon for one thing or another, and you know, maybe tacking a copy of one of my books onto their order will offer them that free shipping. Who knows? You know, it'll meet their criteria for how much you have to pay for free shipping. It's also easy for me to share a link for Amazon and my book in order to help promote. So that's why I use Amazon when there are certain printers that I have used in the past just for print runs that I have been happier with than the books that I have gotten through Amazon. It's not that they're bad quality, they are not. It's just that I have either because of how easy it was to work with the printer, or for how easy it was to get the files to them and have them turn out right. For whatever reason, I do have other places that I have been very, very happy with as far as printed books go. Unfortunately, they do not handle print book distribution, so that causes me problems. Now, if you don't have that problem, go for it. You know, find your way, find your best way for you. And if you do a lot of in-person events, then having books on hand and ordering them in a larger bulk order is always the better price for you. So keep that in mind when you have print books done. Also keep in mind that picture books don't always translate as well digitally. I had to rescan and lay out the illustrations differently for the digital version of Boo than I did for the print version. So you have the high likelihood of needing to handle layout more than once with your book if you are doing print and digital and it happens to be a fully illustrated picture book. It's not typically a terrible thing. It's just another step you need to take. So anyway, for now, I am going to jump off of here and try to get this uploaded. And I hope that you enjoyed it. And then I might do another video. I'm not sure, since I haven't been around here for a while. Like I said, life gets in the way. But I hope that all of your projects are doing wonderfully. I hope that you are enjoying your creativity, that it is feeding you, and that it is making you feel good. And I will talk to you again soon.